that is what is product. My name is Okpe Oluwa Oni, and by privilege, I'm the convener of the Project 1000 group, and the objective basically is for every member of that group to make a minimum of ₦1 million between now and end of the year. Of course, for some, they'll be making that million every quarter. For some, they'll be making that million every month. And for some, that million will be a weekly activity, okay? So, and the objective, like I said, is for everybody in that group, So what we did in the first quarter was to make sure that we populate that group. And right now, we have populated the group. Last week, we started a series. So last week, we talked about quite a number of things. And we ended it. We asked some critical questions that, see, if you want to sell, you need people that will buy from you, right? That's just the reality. If you want to sell, you need people that will buy from you. So please, I know that some of us will be going out and coming in, don't worry. This session is being recorded and it will be put on YouTube and shared with us all on the platform, right? So you need people that will buy from you. Then how do you now get the people that will buy from you? So that's what we started with last week, and we started asking some critical questions, and we stopped at implementation. That's where we stopped last week. Implementation of what? Implementation of what are the things that I'm supposed to do for people to keep buying from me, for me to get customers at every point in time. And I made mention of a statement, which is where I'm going to be starting from today. And the statement I make mention is that there are basically 4 categories of people. Okay, so last week we talked about the fact that we all need to get more customers. I mean, whether you are going on radio, you are doing lead generation on Facebook or whatsoever, you are putting it on your WhatsApp, you are putting what you are selling on your status. Basically, you are hawking what you are selling. So whatever activities that you are doing, one of the most important things that we must have at the back of our mind is that what people will only buy from us if they know us, they like us, and they trust us. That's where I'm going to be starting off from tonight. People will only buy from us if they know us, they like us, and they trust us. So I call it the KLT model. And I don't want to go into the KLT model tonight because it's going to take us to another journey entirely, right? But I want us to just so that we'll be able to focus on what will give us results, right? And but I still need to touch the KLT model. So at every point in time, as a realtor, you will meet these 4 categories of people. Number 1 is that you will have people that know you, like you, and trust you. So most of the time when we start real estate, when I started real estate, let me use myself as an example. The first set of people that bought from me were people that know me, like me, and trust me. They were the first set of people that bought from me. So it was not a difficult thing to sell to them because they already know me. They were my family members. They were my friends. Some of them will be friends for almost 10 years, 15 years, 20 years as at that time. So they know me, they like me, and it was very easy for them to trust me with their hard-earned fund. And at least at that time. Because looking back now, those funds were not much, but at that time, that was huge. It was humongous. Let me use that word. Okay, that was huge. These are people that know me, like me, and trust me. But as realtors, most of us don't, real estate consultants, most of us do not know how to transit from selling to those that know us, trust us, and like us. People that know, like, and trust us. So how do I transit from selling to my brothers, selling to my church member, selling to my colleagues at work? How do I transit from that to selling to people that don't even know me at all? People that have never probably meeting me for the first time. People that, people that I don't even know at all. How do I transit from that? Because if you want to keep selling, you need to transit from just people that know you, people that like you, and people that trust you. You need to transit from that and move to people, different kind of people entirely. People that don't know you from other. Because at some point in time, you will exhaust those leads. You will exhaust those leads. I hope we are writing tonight. I hope we are writing tonight, because I'm going to be touching on a lot of things, and probably you will need to watch this video over and over again to be able to get it. So that is stage one. There is a stage two that some people just know you. It's possible that you don't even know them back, especially in this age of social media. Probably somebody is just knowing you online, is always seeing your post and all of those things. Similarly, there are people on this call or probably watching this video right now. I don't know them. I only know them because they are on that WhatsApp group. They know me, but they don't know me intimately. So it's all sometimes going to be difficult for them to even trust me. But trust is built over time. Are we together tonight? Trust is built over time. Trust does not just happen like this. Trust is built over time. Likeness is built over time. There are activities that you keep doing and keep doing and keep doing for people to know you, for people to like you, and for people to trust you so that money can part with it. So by the time you are finished selling to your church member, to your Salatu people, to your old student association, to your friends, to your, because one, essentially, if you don't want to, if you want to last long in this business, you will keep selling, you finish selling to all of them. At some point, nobody will buy again because more people don't know you. Like I said, at some point too, some people will know you, they will trust you, right? But they, they will know you, they will like you, but they don't trust you. That's stage number three. Stage number one is that they know you, they like you, they trust you. Stage number two is that they know you, but they don't like you, they don't trust you. They are just looking from afar when the relationship is still at its infancy stage. They are just what? Looking at you from afar, because the relationship is still as at its infancy. They are still trust is literally zero. Are we together at all? Okay. Then the last stage is that they don't even know you, right? They don't even, of course, if they don't know you, there's no way they can like you and they can trust you. So some of the things that we are going to be looking at today will help you to solve that problem. Will help you to what? To solve that problem. People will be able to know you more. People will now be able to like you more. And ultimately, people will be able to trust you more. And believe me, when people know you, like you, and trust you, they will be able to release their money to you. So I want you all to go to the comment, to the chat room right now and type it. People need to know me more. People need to like me more. And people need to trust me more. Oh yeah, let's go to the comment section so that I can know that you are following me tonight. So everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Go to the chat room. Don't unmute your mic, just type. There's a chat room. There's a chat room. Look for the chat room, just type. And what I need you to type is that people need to know me, people need to like me, people need to trust me. So while I'm waiting for that, let's now go into what we have for today. I'm waiting. People need to know me, people need to like me, people need to trust me. I need to know that you are with me. I need to know that you are with me. People need to know me, people need to like me, people need to trust me. Oh, Opeyemi Wasiu, thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Okay, so let me move. So having that at the back of our mind, because it is ultimate, because see, let me give you a practical example. Let's say, let me use Opeyemi Wasiu, for instance. Mr. Opeyemi Wasiu, what do you do, for instance? What do you do? Can you just let me have an idea? I don't need to mention too much details. Just give me an idea of what you do. Okay. So let's say, for instance, by the time Mr. Okoyemi tell us what he does, he invites me, for instance, that, sir, why don't you come and do a presentation? And an estate surveyor and valuer. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. So Mr. Okoyemi probably invites us to the meeting of all estate surveyors and valuers. And in that meeting, I went there, I did a presentation. Even though they know Mr. Okoyemi was you, I did a presentation and I told them that, see, there's an opportunity for them to have a house and there's going to be an interest-free mortgage. I did all those presentations that all they need to just do is probably deposit ₦1 million, for instance. I'm using it as an illustration. Some people might know me, maybe because I used to post once in a while on social media. But most people might like me because maybe probably I speak very well that day and I was saying things that touched their hearts. But at that moment, only a few will trust me. If I even get anybody that will trust me at all. Mr. Okoyemi might trust me. In fact, he trusted me. That was the reason why he invited me. But only a few people probably will know me. Few which like me, maybe I crack jokes and they were able to laugh. And another few or zero will what? Will trust me. But the only way we'll be able to make sale in that presentation is the trust that they have for Mr. Okoyemi. I don't know whether you are getting my illustration tonight. Because people, imagine, let's now change, let's play another scenario. Mr. Okoyemi is estate surveyor and valuer. And let's assume that I'm also an estate surveyor and valuer, right? Or let's say I'm not an estate surveyor and valuer. Let's say the president of all the estate surveyor and valuer is my brother and we bear the same surname, right? And he has been talking about me, that he has one brother, is into real estate and all of those things. He has been talking. In fact, they are looking forward to meeting me. And he invited me to all the association. And I finished presentation. Because even though they are meeting me for the very first time, but they know me already. Because they know me as their brother to their president. Of course, they most likely like their president and most likely trust their president. Automatically, the like and trust they have for that person will rub off all on me. And most likely, more people will buy from me in that scenario. I'm sharing this scenario because I'm actually driving out the point. See, as soon as you exhaust the people that know you, like you, and trust you, the next thing that you need to do is to get referral. Somebody go to the comment section and type referral, get referral, get referral. You need to get referral. And what referral does is this. I know most of us here know some of these things, right? But I need to say it over and over and over and over again so that it can go in. In fact, somebody said something, said you need to hear a single word 25 times for it to stay in your mind. So I need to keep saying it. You need to get referral. And you see, the reason why you need to get referral is this. You are riding on the wing of that person that they trust. In this case, that's Mr. Okoyemi was you. If a lot of people trust him, any product that I bring, because I came through him, they will give me benefit of doubt. Right? Get referral. Referral will open the market. You see, there's a concept in sales that is called the Pythagoras theorem concept in referral. Pythagoras theorem in referral. And it's very simple. You start from the node. For those of us that ran from mathematics in secondary school, there's something called Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is that you use the node to look for the unknown angle. SOHCAHTOA, if you remember. I don't know whether some people still remember, right? In that Pythagoras theorem, most likely you are given some couple of angles. You are supposed to look for the what? to the other. Probably you are giving opposite. You are supposed to look for the hypotenuse and you are giving the adjacent. Or you are giving, so there's a formula for it. So also when it comes to sales, you use the person that know you, like you, and trust you, especially when that person has been satisfied, right? When that person has been satisfied, you use him to get referral to other people that are not even within your network already, and all of a sudden their network open up to me. So imagine me entering into the estate and valuer association. Let's say they are 100. All of a sudden, through one person, I already have a market of 100 people that I need to talk to. And I'll start talking to them one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. Yes, some will tell me no. Some will tell me they are not ready. Some will tell me come back later. Whereas some will buy from me at that very moment. So that is using the concept of what? Starting from the known to the unknown. You start from the people you know, you sell to them because these people like, trust you, and you now move to the people that you don't know. Are we making sense tonight at all? If you are following me tonight, I want you to type 2. I want you to type 2, type 2 at chat room. If, you are following me and I'm making sense tonight, I want you to type 2. So, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. So, having said that, what are now the activities? Picking it up from where we stopped last week. I just need to talk about the knowing thing and all of that. Picking it up from where we stopped last week is now about implementation. Implementation basically is what to do when you now have prospects. After I've done this presentation to these people, let's say I talk to 1,000 people, for instance, what am I supposed to do? Because I'm not seeing these people as people that will just buy one off and run away. I'm seeing these people as people that will buy from me today and also refer me to people in the future. I'm seeing these people that it's not just one person that will probably buy from me now. All the 100 people will buy from me in the course of time. That's the way I'm seeing these people. And we need to have this at the back of our mind. Somebody that cannot buy today, right, will be able to buy tomorrow. Somebody that does not have the money today, probably is still paying school fees or is still not, we are all at different stages of our life. There are possibilities that some people, they cannot buy right now, but in the very closest, nearest future, they are going to be what? They are going to be buying. Are we together tonight? So, we might be looking at it that maybe I've done presentation now. People should be calling me. Most of the time we wait for prospect customers to keep calling us, whereas we are the one that's supposed to even be following up. In fact, there is a saying that says that the fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. The money is in the follow-up. So if you are not doing the follow-up properly, if you are not doing what? The follow-up properly, there is no way the fortune is going to come to you. So it might look very, very simple, but that is where the work starts from. In fact, your presentation is not work at all. So let me give us another scenario. Let's take, for instance, now, how many of us here have done online lead generation before? You have done lead generation, you have done campaign online, social media campaign, you have paid some people, or probably you have gone on radio before. In fact, those are perfect examples. Because when you go on radio or you go online, these are people that don't know you at all. In fact, when you go on radio or you go online, people are suspecting you. They see you as 419. They see you as 419. Even though probably you did a CTA, call to action. If you want to buy this thing, text this number or call this number. Some people will call you, but even though they've called, they still don't trust you yet. Trust is at 0 level at all. But at that point in time, they've already known you. And some will like you, probably the way you present and all of those things. But there are steps, things that we need to do. So note that most of the leads that you get from radio presentation, from sales calls and all of those things, that we do all the activities that we do that help us to bring customers. At that level, most of the sales, those numbers, those phone numbers, those email address are cold. Those phone numbers, those email address are what? Are cold. What do I mean by cold? They are not warm. They don't know us at all. They don't trust us at all. They are most likely, the probability that they will buy from us is 0. Right? So what do we then do? There are these 5 things you need to have in place. There are 5 things you need to have in place. I want us to write this down. 5 things that I need to have in place that, you see, these 5 things are more or less like a component of a system. And I will explain it this way. Most of us, I mean, if you are not a graduate here, I mean, basic BSc, HND graduate, probably you are ND graduate, NCE graduate, or at least you went to secondary school, right? So the education that you have, or you went to primary school, the education is a system that you have passed through an educational system. So also you must create a system. What is the educational system? At some point you went to primary school, you did primary 1, I don't know if that's what they call it again now, but of course, most of us are here adults. We went to primary 1, primary 2, primary 3, primary 4, primary 5, right? And later on, you did a common entrance for you to move to another dimension, right? You were in primary, so okay, you did common entrance. You pass your common entrance, you were posted to a secondary school. You did GS1, you did GS2, you did GS3, you did junior WAEC. You move to secondary school. You do SS1, SS2, SS3, you pass your WAEC. That's a system. When you were at 0 level, primary 1, you literally don't even know anything. But by the time you were passing your WAEC, the knowledge you now have at that very point in time is higher. So let me now take it back to sales. This system that you need to create is so important that when you bring in people through this system, automatically this system helps you to turn them from customers, from ordinary leads into what? Into a paying customer. So it makes sure that you keep having customers on a regular basis. Whether the economy is down, the economy is up, you keep having customers on a regular basis. For those of us that didn't watch part 1, I will encourage you to go and watch part 1 so that I will not be speaking on your head. There are so many things that you might know that I'm skipping because I've spoken about them in part 1, right? Or if I've watched part a year and some things are confusing, you watch part 1, right? So it's very, very important. So 5 things that you need to have in place. Number 1 is that you need to create a funnel. You need to create a funnel. So what is a funnel? A funnel is simply, Yoruba people will call it aro. Are we together? Right? Let's say you want to fetch, you want to pour something from a larger quantity. You want to put it in a smaller quantity and package it in a smaller quantity. You need a funnel, right? So a funnel, you want to fetch water maybe from a tank into a 25 jerry can, you need a funnel so that the water will not waste up. So also in sales process too, you need a funnel. So what does the funnel do? Funnel will help you to filter people. Will help you to filter people from wherever you are getting your leads from. So let me give a practical example. Let me use practical example. So let's take, for instance, now, I went to do a presentation somewhere. And Mr. Wasiu, Mr. Koyemi Wasiu, I hope he's still in this meeting, gave me the opportunity to speak with all estates of York. And at the end of my presentation, I threw out a bait. A what? I threw out a bait for people, because you can do a presentation and people will not give you their phone number. You can do what? A very powerful presentation, a very catchy presentation, and nobody will drop their phone number from you. So I threw out a bait. I shared my story, I did everything, I finished my presentation, and I said, see, if you drop your phone number right here, And for anybody that buys, maybe if you drop your phone number right here, I'm going to give you a free ebook. And in case anybody buys, maybe the first 50 people that buys, I'm going to give them 300 blocks, 400 pieces of block to be able to work, to start their construction on my site. You see, that system that you created, the ebook system that you created, is a form of a funnel to filter people from the general public to the people that have shown interest. That's it. That's it. I'm just being practical. Practical example of how funneling work. You have been able to filter people from the general public, right, to the people that are serious. Because everybody in the audience are there, maybe because they just needed to be there. Probably they're not even interested in what you're saying. They don't even like your face, but they have to be seated. I remember there was a time when went for a presentation at mobile police force. I mean, those were the early days in real estate then. I think that was like 2015 or maybe 2014. I think it was 2014. No, when you are talking to Mopo, and they were just looking at all these small boys, some of them big guys, some of them old, some of them about to retire. So few people gave attention. And of course, after we did the presentation, it was a massive hall that we did the presentation. We realized that because of the offer we gave, most of the people we attract that took us serious were not young police officers. They were police officers that are about to retire and they're already thinking about their life. That is what funnel does. So it helps us to shift, like maybe 500 people that we spoke with, maybe 50 people drop their number. So it's those 50 people that you give your efforts to. Because if you start calling all those 500 people, it will be a waste of effort. So the number one thing you need is a funnel. So it's your own system that you want to put in place. Anytime you go for any form of presentation, this is how you filter the people. There are so many other examples. I'm just giving you examples off my head, the way I do my own thing, right? And please note this in case you have any question. Even if you are watching the replay, just drop your question at the comment section, right? So that's very, very important. Number two is that you need a nurturing platform. So when you have people's number, how do you nurture them? That's another very important thing. You need a nurturing platform. So what do I mean by a nurturing platform? Is there a WhatsApp number that is dedicated? Is there a WhatsApp group you are putting them in? Right? Some people might not like WhatsApp group, so they will leave. But you still have to find a way of reaching out to them. Are we together at all? You still have to find a way of reaching out to them. So you need to have such, so that in such a way that these people are there, you keep what? Nurturing them. It can be email, depending on the quality of people. Probably you went to talk to people in Chevron, for instance, now. They might not pick your call, but they will respond to emails. They might respond to WhatsApp, maybe at the end of the close of the day, but during work hour, they might respond to email. So you might have an email platform, WhatsApp platform, phone call platform. So these are all nurturing platforms. And number three is that nurturing content. Between the time that you are talking to them to the time that they are going to buy, what are you going to be telling them? Are you just going to be telling them, when will you pay? When will you buy? Promo, it will soon end, buy, make deposit money. No. You cannot just be putting the product. So you must have nurturing content. You must what? Have nurturing content. And I'm going to break it down. Hopefully time will permit us, because I'm just looking at the time right now. I have like 13 minutes more. But I need to give this example so nurturing content, it can be your own content. If you are not a content person, excuse me, no problem. Borrow other people's content, refine it and use it. So take for instance now that you have a nurturing platform, maybe every Monday or every Friday or every Thursday or every Wednesday, you can be sending emails to these people and be not just about the offer. For instance, it can be twice a week. I'm sending them mail twice a week. Or one can be about your offer. The second can be about what that can benefit, maybe your write-up, if you are good in writing, do an article, For instance, now I'm working on an article, the benefit of the 700 kilometer coastal road. It's an article I'm working on, how it's going to benefit people, and I'm very sure a lot of people will like it because there's a lot of noise and buzz around this coastal road that is ongoing. So a lot of people will like it. Are we together tonight at all? So that's content. The video I'm doing tonight is content. So if you like to teach too, you have some few things that you feel that people will benefit, you can do. See, we are in the age and time of content. That's just the truth. Most of us right now, we get most of our content, our news from social media. It's the age of content. There are some people you like, there are some people you don't like. That's the age of content. So you need to have that content for nurturing them. And one other thing that you need to have, which is very, very important, is that you need to have value ladder. And this is very, very important. Let me explain what I mean that you need to have value ladder. Is that basically, don't let grammar scatter anything. Value is at some point when you are nurturing these people are going to buy from you. These people are going to what? Are going to buy from you. How do you want them to keep buying from you? That's what your value ladder does. Let me give you a practical example. For instance, now, somebody bought a land from me, maybe 150,000 naira 6 years ago. That was his level 6 years ago. So I need to now create content to let him know that one plot of land is not just enough in your lifetime. Can you buy another one? Can you buy another one? Can you buy another one? See, it is help that you are doing to the person. The person is not doing any favor. Are we together? The person is not doing any favor. I have had opportunity to sell land of 150,000, 200,000 to people. And later on, they sold this for as much as 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, even some 10 million naira. Right? And when they sold it for those higher prices, they didn't come back to me and say, thank you for, take 1 million. No, it's their money, right? So we need to have that at the back of our mind. Because you see, that value ladder, I mean, for somebody that bought something, who says the person can buy land right now? So you need, because the difference between us as a consultant and the local agents is that most of the time when local agents help you to find a house, as soon as you park into the house, that's the last time probably you hear from them. No happy new month message, no new year message, nothing again. There's nothing. And a lot of people don't understand that communication is the lifeblood of every business. Any business that we are all doing, communication is the lifeblood of that business. Communication. If you are not communicating with whoever you are doing business with, there is no way trust will not be lost. So in case you have any question, please, there will be session for question and answer in the next couple of minutes, 9 minutes, thereabouts. So value ladder and value delivery. So the second part of that value is delivery. See, somebody paid for something, make sure that they get what they paid for. Are we together at all? Whatever people pay for, make sure that they get what they pay for. See, this is very, very, very important. And in the process of your value delivery, you must let their expectation be known. Sorry, you must know what their expectations are, which is going to take me to the fifth thing that you must have. You must meet their expectation. See, somebody pay for one plot. The one plot must not turn to half plots. You said that you are going to give them documentation. You must give them documentation. See, as a real estate consultant, our job is to follow up. You must make sure that they are satisfied. That is our job. That is our job. So you must make sure that that is met. You must make sure that that is met. So value delivery and their expectation must be met. So number one thing is to create a funnel. Number two is to what? Nurturing, get a nurturing platform. It can be email, it can be SMS. In those days when we started, I used to have over 3,000 people that get SMS from me every week. SMS, bulk SMS. We buy bulk SMS, we keep sending message to people, Over, am I saying 2,000? Almost 5,000 people. At some point, it keep growing and growing and growing. that get SMS from me on a regular basis. That is very, very important. Okay. Then the content, what are the things you are going to be sharing with them on that regular basis? So it's very, very important. So as I now begin to bring it home, I talked about the fact that you need to have a value ladder system, value delivery system, and also how do you meet with the expectation of your customers. And in meeting with the expectation of customers, I'm going to run us through something very, very important. It was when I was preparing for this session, I just said, no, it is good that I mention this. It's not part of the script, but I need to mention this. Number one is, what are the ways, what are the tips? What are the tips? This is more or less like a subheading. Tips to meeting up. Tips to meet. Please, you don't need to unmute your mic to hear us. Just leave your mic muted so that you will not disturb. So tips to meeting the expectations of your customers. Tips to meeting the expectations of your customer. Number one, you must understand their expectation upfront. Number one, you must understand their expectation upfront. So what is their expectation? Somebody said he wants to buy property. And the reason why he wants to buy the property is because it's about to retire. Don't go and sell a place. Somebody said he's not hearing me. You just joined. How come you are not hearing me? If you can hear me loud and clear, please, can I get number one from you? Anybody that can hear me loud and clear, can I just type one in the chat room? Oh, thank you, Okoyemi Wasiu. That means Mr. Bookwin Resources. Increase the volume of your device so that you can hear me. I'm literally shouting on top of my voice right now. Okay, so where am I? 6 tips. Understand their expectation up front. Understand their expectations up front. Number 2, fulfillment of expectation. Sorry, fulfillment of expectation should be. Sorry, please, something is distracting me. It's okay, I'm back. So the fulfillment of that expectation will be a what? Will be a together thing with your customer. If you have understand the expectation, repeat that expectation that you understand with them. So let me take, for instance, Mr. Taufik is here. If I'm telling Mr. Taufik, if you sell a plot of land, you get 15%. That is Mr. Taufik's expectation. There is a way Mr. Taufik can interpret it. But I need to understand how Mr. Taufik understands it. I don't know whether you get, so that we will be on the same page. That is very, very important. That after you understand the expectation, let them reciprocate the same thing so that there won't be confusion. If we are both on the same page, there will not be confusion. Then number 3 is that set up the property you are selling to them to meet up their expectation. Set up the property. So what do I mean by that? Now you will understand. Let me use a story to drive home this point. I've shared this story several times, but most likely some of you probably have heard me share this story before. Many, many years ago, we were selling a particular project for land banking. And a man approached us and he said that, not my direct customer, it was a realtor, that he needs that project for school. And opportune, I was the one that coordinated the site inspection then. That was 2015. And when I heard that he wanted to use it for school, I said, school, inside that place. I said, no, let me meet the person. So I spoke with him and told him that, I said, see, your expectation is you want to use that place for school, but let's be on the same page. I understand school. You understand? Have you visited? They said, yes, people will come. And I said, no. Most people that are buying this place are not planning to come and build there. So I'm setting up the property, I'm painting a picture in their mind for them. Most people that are coming to buy this property are not coming to come and live. So if you buy that place, your expectation might not be met. Your expectation might not be met. And I said, no, that people will come. I said, well, I advised. Eventually, after my advice, the client still went ahead to buy the property. But he took note of my advice, which is very, very important. He took note of my advice. And later on, he bought the property. In fact, I told him a place, I gave him an alternative that will meet his own expectation. Because at that point in time, which is now point number four, you need to have an insight to the need of the customer. Because what he was telling me is that he wants to position himself. Say because he realized that most of the big schools in town, they position themselves to own massive property before people even came out. So I said, yes, I understand. But if you have an expectation of in the next 5 years, thinking that some people will come and live there, your expectation will be cut short. Are we together tonight at all? So I had an insight into what the customer really needs, and I offered the customer to buy somewhere else. And the person would appreciate it. And as I'm talking to you, the school is running in that place now. So later on, he came and said, that if he had known and obeyed me, he wouldn't have even invested in that place. That where he is right now, he would have probably dominated the place. So there was no confusion. He knew that he was the one that took that decision. So be open. Let it be an open door policy with you and your customer at every point in time. Then lastly, second to the last is that you need to be proactive. Because sometimes you might have a product that is not meeting up with your customer's need. Instead of telling them that you don't have, instead of telling them, yes, sincerity is that you don't have, but there is a way you can repackage that statement in such a way that you can quickly look for that project for them. I don't know whether people are getting this at all. There is a way you can take, for instance, somebody approached you and he said he wants to do short play. And the project you have right now, you know that it cannot do a short play. However, there is another project. I'm giving you practical, right? There's another project that you know can do short play, but that project is still under construction. So you can throw it to that customer and say, see, sir, what if I get a project that can serve you that purpose, but you have the opportunity to pay for the next 12 months? But you can't have access to the project until it's finished. You look at the way the customer will react. The reaction will tell you that, see, whether you can sell that one to the person or you need to start looking for that another project for the customer. I hope we are together tonight. Okay? Then, lastly is ask for help. If there is a situation that is not going to make you to meet up with the expectation of that customer, ask for help and be open to them. Ask for help and be open to them. Communicate with them. Ask for help and be open to them. Wow, the time is fast spent. Fast spent. Oh my goodness. So where are we? Okay, so I needed to quickly touch on that. So in the process of you nurturing, doing these 5 things that I mentioned earlier, the 5 things: create a funnel, nurturing platform, nurturing content, there is another 4 things that it will help you to achieve. There are things that it will help you to achieve. Number 1, it will help you to achieve and separate the people that can buy and the people that cannot buy. It will help you to what? To achieve and separate people that can buy from the people that cannot buy. Who are the people that can buy? The people that can buy are the people that have the financial capacity to buy at that very point in time. Number 2 thing is that it will help you to know the people that will buy. Who are the people that will buy? The people that will buy are the people that have the need for what you are selling at that very point in time. Somebody says that there is nothing that sells better than you selling water in the desert, because there's already a market for it. People are thirsty, so they will buy water from you. But if you are selling cold water in winter, people won't buy from you. Hot tea is what we sell. Are we together? So how do you get your own cold water in the desert? is by merging those that can buy and those that will buy. By merging those that can buy. So invariably what I'm saying is this: by merging those that have the financial capacity to buy with the people that have the need for buying. It's more or less like a subset. So let me give a practical example as I round up. Everything I've said right now, let me just give a practical example. I went for a presentation, or I did a campaign online, and I generated 1,000 leads. These 1,000 leads, some of them know me, few people like me, none of them trust me. And for those leads to turn to customer, there's need for them to like me. Sorry, there's need for them to know me, like me, and trust me, for me to be able to convert them to customer. So what do I do as I round up? I start nurturing these people. Content to nurture them, right? I use a platform to keep nurturing them. And as I'm nurturing them, they are growing from what? From knowing me, to liking me, to trusting me, and they will part with their heart and form. But while I'm doing that, so that it will not be, because that process can take forever. As I'm doing that, I'm identifying those that need what I am selling. I'm identifying those that need those that can afford what I am selling. And I focus my energy on those that need what I am selling and those that can afford what I am selling. And that concentrated energy turns to sale. Okay, so this is where I'm going to be dropping it tonight, because our time is fast spent, and I know that most of us are resuming back to work tomorrow. Okay, so my name still remains Okpe Oluwa Oni, and I'm going to be taking questions right now.